Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about a McDonald's worker who has now been fired due to her defending herself when a customer got irate and started to throw things at her. So she picked up the nearest thing to her, which happened to be a blender, and it knocked the woman in her face, and it caused the McDonald's employee to now be out of a job. The woman who initiated by throwing things at her is now playing victim, and I'm sure a lawsuit is going to be following that, and I'm sure she's probably going to get a hefty payday. But this is what happens when, you know what I'm saying, don't start none, won't be none is activated. I mean, you can't throw things at people and expect them not to react, but that is the day and age that we live in. You know, people, they escalate situations and they aggravate, they turn irate, and they do things that you get a reaction out of, and then they turn around and play the victim. I'm going to show you these couple of clips about it, and I want to know what you think about it in the comments.
It's just been rough since September the 22nd.
Nashonda Johnson has spent the last month reflecting on the worst day of her more than 10-year career with McDonald's. It was here at the Coleraine Township location near Ronald Reagan Highway where she was part of the now infamous over-the-counter food fight. Brittany Price says she waited for an incorrect food order to be fixed and eventually threw bags of food at Nashonda. Brittany suffered a shattered cheekbone and broken nose when Nashonda chucked a blender at her and it ricocheted off her face.
She the one started this. It wouldn't have never went down like that if she wouldn't have never threw stuff at me.
She says it was shift change and she was in the back with the general manager verifying money. Nashonda says she asked the general manager to handle the situation so she could finish.
She was like, Nashonda, stop doing what you're doing. Just go up there and give her a refund. So I'm like, Karen, as soon as I get up there, it's finna blow up. You hear how she up there just going off cussing, just being real irate and real rude up there.
Nashonda says she could hear cussing as she approached the counter and talked with Brittany about exchanging the food. She also says only managers have the code to process refunds, which added to Brittany's more than 25-minute wait time. Nashonda says she then went to get the general manager because this situation was getting worse.
As me walking away from the register, going to the back, she just started assaulting me from the back. She threw a chocolate milk and hit me in the head with it as I had my back turned. So I turned around, here come the apple juice, hit me in the face, all the Happy Meals in a brown paper bag. She just started going crazy. So every action have a reaction. So while I'm getting assaulted, I just picked up anything that was right there and just threw it back at her.
She says she didn't realize she threw a blender. Do you regret throwing anything?
Yeah, I do, because I miss my job. That's what I do.
Okay, so as you can see, the woman lost her job as a result. And now let me show you Brittany's accounts of events where now she is playing victim in this. Granted, yeah, you got busted up in the face, but hey, you can't just be going around throwing stuff at people expecting them not to react.
I wanted to get some Happy Meals and some cheeseburgers, and that was a very unhappy day for me.
Brittany Price's injuries remind her of this day anytime she looks in the mirror. It was September 22nd, with food she says wasn't right flying at a manager and a blender hitting her in the face, shattering her cheekbone and breaking her nose.
I've had surgery. I've had a lot of doctor's appointments, the follow-up, hard mornings, hard afternoons.
The video shows Brittany come inside the restaurant with what she says was a messed up order. She's waiting and waiting for it to be fixed with 4 children in the car. She even refills their drinks to kill time. As she waits, other customers come and go.
Yes, I mean, I wasn't the only one that got frustrated. Watching the video, we see a lot of people that see me and her talking, trying to resolve the issue, and they're like, I'm not dealing with this. They just left. They didn't even place their order.
The time code shows after waiting about 23 minutes, Brittany goes to the car to grab the rest of her order to ask for a refund.
Then it's like you're directly ignoring me. So what choice do I have? I don't have to put up with this. So I went and got the food. I want my money back. And that's kind of where it all goes from there.
The video shows about 25 minutes after she first entered the store, Brittany throws multiple bags of food at the manager. The manager apparently throws a blender at Brittany, and it ricochets off her face, knocking her to the ground.
Some people would say, well, maybe you shouldn't have thrown the food.
when you look back at it, is it one of those things where it's like hindsight 2020, or how does that?
I mean, I definitely don't feel like there would have been a different result. I feel like even if we would have just went verbal back and forth, that it still would have escalated to something else.
Okay, so as you can see, she is sticking to the lawsuit Bible and sticking to the lawsuit script. Girl, you know good and goddamn well, if you had not thrown that food, you would not have had a blender to the face. It's because you threw the food, the reason why she threw something back at you. You disrespected her and she reacted. That is what it is. But unfortunately, even though the girl, the worker of McDonald's was defending herself and she had a natural reaction of throwing something back, this girl is going to play victim, and I'm sure she's going to get a hefty lawsuit, and the McDonald's worker is now out of a job. I'm going to show you guys some of the comments under one of the threads of this video, and this is the mentality of this victim mentality that people think they can do stuff to people and they don't have the right to react the way that they want to react. So this woman, Kimberly, says, the customer was wrong, but no danger was done by throwing food. You people are pure evil to think it was okay for the manager to throw a blender weighing less than the bag of the food and Happy Meal put together at that customer. I mean, again, you cannot throw things at people and do things and then try to dictate how they respond. I have little stuff that my daughter has. It'll be little gadgets, and if it hits you the wrong way, it can hurt. So you can't dictate how a person reacts to your actions. But again, I'm going to scroll through the responses of this thread of people telling her, like, listen, you can't dictate how someone responds. And it's like, is it right for her to throw a blender? No. Should she have, acted differently? Maybe she could have, but you can't police the way that she responded when a person is definitely throwing things at them. I love the first response where it says, don't start none, won't be none. If someone slaps me, I'll punch them. Am I wrong because a punch is more damaging than a slap? I mean, for real, like, come on. But let me just put some music on and scroll through things. Scroll through this. You can pause it and read it. guys, y'all get the gist of it. Let me know what you think down below. Who do you think was wrong in this situation? Do you think that the manager or the the worker of McDonald's should have acted differently and not thrown a blender? Or do you think that she was right in defending herself when the girl decided to start throwing food at her first? I want to know what you guys think down below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button right now. And share my videos, and make sure to follow me all across my other social media platforms so that you don't miss out on any tea, because sometimes I post things different places that I don't post on other media. Okay? All right, got it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this down below.